And I'm just wondering, you've been talking about the magic of IPL as well as the controversies that surrounded IPL. And you're making many of us look back on the history of how it began and with a little bit of angst, because there was a lot of sleaze associated with IPL, which the younger generation doesn't know at all. Those who started watching IPL 5 years back, 6 years back, the new kids on the block, they don't know the difficulties that were associated with how IPL was born, the early years of IPL, and they know of Lalit Modi as the man who had the idea, who put it into execution, and then disappeared from the scene. Some know you as a fugitive. Some know you, rightly or wrongly, as a person who's done with it. And every time an IPL match happens, people rush to Mr. Modi for a soundbite, right? So I just
But
wanted
why
to
do they rush to me? I don't understand. I'm nowhere in the system.
So, and you have an authentic take to everything that happens, which is newsy as well as clickbaity. So I wanted to know from you, this spate of interviews that you're doing, is it you sending a message to the administrators or to the law enforcement forces back in India?
Neither of the two. These interviews weren't done actually to be in a row. They were done months ago. And they were done months ago, but they decided because the IPL is on, they didn't know when to release it. I don't tell them the release date. They found a gap on the 28th. There was no match, so Ridhima released her. Karishma released her the day IPL finished. And Anjali had taken an interview from me just actually a few weeks earlier. And she wasn't finding a spot, and they were all competing for each other, and they did it. It's just, I don't ask for them to interview me. I don't want a message to go out. If I want a message, I put it on my Twitter feed, I put it on my Instagram feed, and the message gets picked up, irrespective. And some people, lots of people request me for interviews, and I just give it as and when. I'm not trying to send a message. I'm way past sending a message, but I'm very passionate about the game, and I monitor the game. It is my baby. Whether I am there or they acknowledge me being there or not being there, it's different. I don't care, because to me, as a person, anywhere in the world I go, I come from a family by Rai Bahadur Gujarmal Modi. He was a stalwart in the industry. Today, everybody knows the Modi family because of Lalit Modi. When I was growing up, I was the grandchild of my grandfather, son of my father. But today, anybody refers to any of my uncles or anybody else in media, it's Lalit Modi's uncle. But when I go on the street, and I go pleasantly, everywhere I go, people come up to me and want to know and say, I've bought so much into their lives. IPL has given them so much, and they always want a photograph. They always are so nice about it. I haven't heard, and that to me makes me a custodian, whether I like it or not.
I'm going to get to IPL, but since you brought up the family, I have to ask you this. What is happening with the Godfrey Phillips case? And which side does Mr. Modi, Lalit Modi, fall?
It's unfortunate. My father built a great company, and we had 3 children, and I have a mother. It's in court, and unfortunately, we don't meet eye to eye as far as my mother and I are concerned. And it's just dragging on. If they were to enforce the trust agreement, we would have a solution tomorrow morning. But what is happening is we have a great judiciary in India, great judges in India, but the outcome is very slow. And that is the problem. The problem is, if you look at whether anything I've done and it's gone to court, it takes years for the truth to come out.
Yeah.
And because you're always postponing, unlike everywhere else, we have judgment is there, but it's slow. And that slows down your life, slows down anything that has to do with what you want to do or achieve or go forward and do in your life. And so that Godfrey Phillips is a great company. It's growing from strength to strength. It's probably one of the fastest growing tobacco companies in the world. Marlboro is in a complete vertical going up. I mean, it's given ITC a run for its money.
Do you think your dad would be happy with the way the company has progressed? Because you had a difficult relationship with your dad in the sense that it wasn't conventional. You know, in one of the interviews, you said that your dad actually told your uncle, let him fail.
Because my dad loved me more than anything. And he wanted me to spend all my time with him.
It's a strange way of showing affection.
It is, because by making you fail somewhere else, you'll come back to the family. I did very well with the family business. I did all the agreements. So he wanted me to he said he thought that if I applied the same amount of energy and wisdom to what I do for cricket, I applied it to the family business, the family would even grow more. And rightfully so, as far as he's concerned. Rightfully so, but everybody else in my family would say the same thing.
Because it was, I mean, growing up years in North India, your family was one of the biggest business houses and very traditional. And you were this enfant terrible.
I think there's a mistake here.
You were wayward son. Of course you were, Mr. Modi.
I was, but you know, first and foremost, my grandfather was very traditional. My father and my uncles, my God, they were the party animals of the planet. Every party in Delhi, whether it is a VK, KK, MK, BK, or UK, all by V and Ks and in the middle, they were the party. Huh. They had the biggest parties in Delhi. They were not orthodox at all. My grandfather, my grandmother were very orthodox.
Rai Bahadur.
Rai Bahadur. And my grandfather, while he was alive, nobody had the guts to do what they did. And of course, my father, he went all over the world. He was the playboy of the world, without doubt. I say it very openly. I must have caught some traits from him. And I took it to another level altogether, without doubt.
So why was that not acceptable to your dad? If he was a party animal, why was your partying not acceptable to him?
Of course, it's you know, in one hand, it was all about control, actually. They couldn't see anybody else do it. What they did, it wasn't good enough for others to do it.
So were those rules applicable to your brother and to your sister, or only to you?
No, it was applicable, not more to me, because actually I broke all the rules, according to them. They broke the rules, but I broke them even further down. So when I broke the rules, they got even more stricter with the others. My sister was married after the Bhartiyas at a very early age. And my brother, unfortunately, because of me, wasn't allowed to go abroad to study, had to study in India, had to get 8 years younger than me, and had to get married immediately through an arranged marriage before.
Lalit ke jaise nahi banna.
Bilkul. Bilkul. I mean, that was the ye to black sheep hai family ka. That was what it was.
And pardon me for asking this, but I have to ask you that when you fell in love with Minal, that was fractured your relationship with your parents and your mother to some extent.
Completely fractured it.
But she had a fabulous effect on you, in the sense everybody says that she was the one who influenced you most in life. Could you talk to me about that?
She was 10 years older than I was. She had a daughter. I happened to be, even if I was wayward, eligible, bachelor in Delhi. My parents my mother and father had an arranged marriage. The custom in the Modi family was very traditional when it came to marriages, that it should be an arranged marriage. She was a Sindhi. She lived abroad. She was beautiful, glamorous, and she had seen the world. And she was very religious. She was Anandmai Maha's Bhakt, and even when you enter my house, you'll see Ma's picture everywhere. And my wife was very, very devoted, religious in herself, but on the other hand, she was untraditional in her lifestyle. And I was always in love with her from the age of 18. And
she was your mother's friend?
She wasn't. Her parents were my parents' friends.
Okay.
She was a friend. We grew up together. My father, my mother, her mother were very close friends. So when I used to travel and I used to go to America or anywhere, I would stay at her parents' house in London on my way to school or on my way back from school or colleges, and they would look up, and she would look after me because she was already married. We were friends of the family. And I was completely besotted by her. I mean, when you call besotted, I was completely besotted by her. And we became best of friends. Her husband was a very close friend of mine, and we were the best of friends. And it just turned into love. And she actually stopped talking to me when I professed my love to her when I was in college in America. One day, we used to talk every day. And good things in life, bad things in life, she taught me everything. I went to my first casino with her. I went to my first horse racing with her. My first betting I did with her. She taught me because she was passionate about different things. I went to my first art museum with her. I traveled many different destinations with her, which opened my eyes up, and I fell in love with her. And this was before we were even going out. We were just
That's
friends.
your nature, to get obsessive about everything,
I
right?
think I have a very obsessive nature, without doubt. I will tell you that myself.
And your parents just wouldn't accept it.
No, no, they would accept it. My grandmother accepted it.
Yeah.
But my parents, of course, I was very naughty. I would find a way to do things that others wouldn't find a way to do things.
But somehow they came around it.
Of course they came around it. I was still the apple of my father's eyes till the day he died. I mean, there were no two ways about it. I mean, they're upset about it because I would break the system. Okay? I would break the system. If he didn't give me money, I'd find a way to get it from the system. Okay? I would break the system, and he'd find out 1 year later I couldn't buy. He'd say, you can't buy. I won't give you a new car. And I'd go out and find a way to get a new Mercedes or something. And how the hell did he get this? So then he'll find, I thought I won it in a card game or something like that. But I broke the system. It was a large family. It was large businesses. Breaking a system was easy for me within the system.
Means didn't matter, end mattered.
End mattered. The issue was, he would say, you can't go to New York. And I'd find a way to get to New York. I mean, there was one way or the other, you can't go here. And I'd find a way to get there. The minute he said no, I'd find a way, yes. And he said, because he traveled so extensively, I hardly saw my parents while I was growing up. Maybe 30, 40 days in a year, 50 days in a year. The rest, either I was in boarding school, and when I was outside the boarding school, they were always traveling. And so we had a very good relationship when we were together. But if 70% of the time you're not together, then that aspect of your life and the people that you're with plays a big role in your life. So boarding school played a very, very big role in my life. And though I hated it, and that's why I didn't want my children. I was completely reversed.
As a parent?
As a parent to my children than my father was to me. For example, as an example, I always wanted a Ferrari. We could afford anything. He would say, I'll never give it to you. As an example. Okay, it used to make me want it more and more and more. Only on my 40th birthday, somebody gifted me a Ferrari. Okay.
Somebody gifted you?
Yeah, my brother-in-law did.
Seriously?
Seriously, somebody did. Okay.
Who gifts a Ferrari? What kind of life is this?
But it is what it is. At the end of the day, I gift my son every year from his 21st birthday to his 31. He has 12 Ferraris now. I gift him one every day because my father never gifted me one. If I can afford it, I didn't want my son ever to. I'll tell you.
Is that good parenting?
I'll tell you. Amazing parenting. I'll tell you why. And I'll explain to you today. I went through a life where I always wanted, and I found a way to find it. And I was always doing a jugaad to get it, right? Whether it's my grandmother sucking up to my uncle or somebody in the company to get it. On the other hand, I decided that I'm going to give my children what they want. And today, I tell you today, he's 31 years old. At 31 years of age, I was spending money like crazy. Today, that boy comes to me, Dad, your credit card bills are too high. You need to calm down, okay? You need to be there. And when I gave them everything, he doesn't want anything anymore. And he's not a spendthrift. My daughter isn't, they love what they do. They buy the best of the best. But, I was different. I was always trying to find ways to get more.
Is it some kind of a self-correction that your children do to themselves after seeing pardon my word, but a hedonistic life that you have led?
Probably, without doubt. I led a life which I would say like none other. I did what I want, when I wanted, where I wanted, with no curbs and and I thought about, and I never regretted anything I did.
Sure.
And my children, on the other hand, my son to date dreads my Twitter feed. Okay, he'll pay people anything they want to convince them to shut it down. So point is, I left a completely extreme lifestyle. They've seen it, they've grown up with it. But keep in mind, when I grew up, there was no media. There was no page 3. There was no gossip columns. When they're growing up, it's a totally different world. Yeah. And that is a very impactful world today. Today, everything is vertical. Everything is on the phone. It's on the go like this. You say something, tomorrow morning it's there. In my days, when I did something, it won't come out for years. And when I was growing up, if I did a quick one on my dad, he won't find out in the system, which was such large system. We had 1 lakh employees in the Modi family, in the Modi group in those days. So if I did something in the system, there won't be anybody who's able to find out. Today it's instant.
You spoke about the law, and you spoke about the judiciary in India and the long process. And I would say that these long processes sometimes are a punishment in themselves. Whenever the media talks about you, you're often labeled as a fugitive. Now, it's a problematic term because there hasn't been a conviction nor an extradition of Mr. Lalit Modi. So let me read out the research that I have and tell me if there is any change in this status. BCCI disciplinary action, life ban remains in force. FEMA violations, multiple proceedings, penalties imposed in some matters. 10.65 crore FEMA penalty upheld, Supreme Court declined relief in 2025. PMLA money laundering probe investigated for years but no conviction. Extradition from UK pursued by ED, not successfully implemented. We are here in London doing this interview. Interpol Red Corner notice, not ultimately issued. Criminal conviction, none publicly reported in major IPL-related cases. So what is your current status now? Are you running from the Indian law?
I don't know what I'm running from. The best part is this.
Are you running first?
I'm not running at all. I'm going all over the world. If I was running, you would be picking me up somewhere or the other. Indian government has a long arm. It doesn't have a short arm. It has a long arm. You can't take on the government of India. And I don't intend to, and I don't want to. The point is not the government, it's the media. Because you have no libel in your country, in our country. You can say what you want. And I sell news. You know, Vineet Jain, maybe a client of yours, a very, very dear friend of mine, okay? He would write stories which had no head or tail. And I call him up.
Not he, his reporters on his portal or in his newspaper. Yes.
Yes, in his newspaper. They would write stories, but the buck stops at the top.
Okay.
The buck stopped at me at the end of the day. The buck stops at the top. I know his reporters well. And I said, why are you pushing this story? I'm being told to write this story. Why? Because it sells newspapers. He said, you sell my newspapers. What can I do? Now, if you want to write and I sell your newspaper, at least tell the truth. I have pending lawsuits against Times of India of hundreds of crores of libel. It never gets heard in our country. So justice comes. I don't know when it comes, like you said correctly. The slow justice is a punishment itself. So not a single case against me has been registered. Why? If I have been so bad, and everybody says I've been so bad, okay, at least guys go out and prosecute me.
So when are you coming back?
I'm not. That's a big question, okay? There was a time when I did want to come back. And I had all the reasons to come back. Come back and do what? Tell me, Smita.
To prove a point that you're not running away from law.
But I don't need to prove to anybody. You say to me, prove to who? If my family and my friends...
You have always done things to prove to the world things.
No.
Whether it's IPL, whether it was anything that you've done, it's to prove your detractors wrong. So why can't you come back?
You're wrong. That's what I did then. When I did prove it to them wrong, okay, I showed it and I've done it. Done it not once, many times.
Yeah.
Okay, my point is, today, those are detractors that you could deal with, and they were either businessmen or somebody less. Here you have a whole country where the legal system takes its own time. When the legal system catches up and is quick enough, I will be back.
So what do you fear for?
But first, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm afraid that today you walk on the street, you say something, somebody filed a PIL against you, filed an FIR for no reason against you.
Are you scared of being prosecuted? Are you scared of being arrested? Are you scared of being picked up?
No, not even 1 minute arrest. Arrest you want to do, you have to take me to court. By 17 years, you haven't taken me into court. How can you arrest me today? If there was something there, it would be out. It takes, from the time I say something, it takes 4 years for the media to catch up on the truth, or 5 years. So anything that I have done, or could have done, in the 17 years would have already been cleared. That is why there is no case against me. So I'm not afraid of that. What I'm afraid about is that you have some people that I have upset. And they're politically. Whether they sit in the opposition or they sit anywhere else, they have an angst against me. And they also have a lot of clout. So they stir up the...
They still have clout because you've said in a couple of interviews of late, you've said that the Congress government was against you.
It is.
But
It
for
was.
15 years, it's Mr. Modi's government in power.
I know, but every time if you look at in Parliament or you look at speeches of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he always still attacks me. Every time there's an election, he attacks me. Every time there's some issue and that comes up, I'm being attacked. Why am I being attacked by the Congress government?
But Mr. Rahul Gandhi speaks against Mr. Ambani, Mr. Adani.
Yeah, he does.
speaks
But
about everybody,
you know
but
what
they're
happened?
still there.
They don't sell newspaper. They don't sell news. I sell news. Okay, everybody's interviewing me because cricket is so big. Cricket has become so big. Cricket has put me in a limelight, which, unlike Mr. Adani and Mr. Ambani, who are good friends of mine, it's a different story.
He bought a team because of you.
No, but I'm saying that's a separate issue. But point is that the public sentiments are raised because of me. Some way or the other, one way or the other. That is why you're sitting here, Smita, today.
But you say you upset with the media. But
I'm not upset with the media.
A certain section of the media.
I'm not upset with anybody. Please understand. Upset would be if I was upset with the media, I would go media silent. Okay, if I was upset with the media, I'm not upset. It's the system. It's the laws. It's the laws. It's the laws that are there. If the laws allow you to keep saying what you want, today in England or anywhere else in the world, you do something defamatory, the law will be very strong and hold you to task and take action. Unfortunately, you can't go to the court in India and get a stay order or get an injunction. As far as libel is concerned, against big newspapers, it's impossible.
Would you try? Have you spoken to anybody in power to say that I want to come back?
No, I haven't. I'll tell you why. Only reason is my children, who are most important to me, who I missed out spending most of my life because of cricket, and I gave everything for cricket, for our country, to the game. I missed out on their growing up years. They went through complete hell. They were hounded. They were everywhere they went. They had a miserable life growing up. Today, if you ask them in their growing up years, they actually don't want even to look about it. They don't even look at that side of it. And is what they went through.
Don't they want your name cleared, Mr. Modi?
My name, I don't. They know the truth. I know the truth. My friends know the truth. What is name clearing? Name clearing, it is what it is. If for 17 years we haven't been able to clear our name and somebody keeps calling you what they're going to call you, just live with it and carry on. We laugh it off. We have a good laugh about it. It's not that something that bothers me, or I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror, I got to do this. It used to give me heart palpitations. It's no longer there. I mean, I don't care about the Chidambarams of the world or the Rahul Gandhi.
What did Mr. Chidambaram say to you?
No, Mr. Chidambaram is the whole reason the whole thing exploded in. I mean, the whole reason this whole thing exploded is because when I moved this IPL to South Africa, I was very friendly with every government. I was friendly with everybody. I mean, I moved the thing to South Africa. Mr. Chidambaram threatened me and didn't want me to do it. I didn't want to move it. At that point in time, it was the BJP government states who gave permission for me to hold the matches in BJP state, because the Congress government said that we will not give you permission in Congress state. So we started to change. We changed the schedule 154 times before I moved to South Africa. And then finally the diktat came from Mr. Chidambaram that no states can do it.
He was Home Minister then.
He was Home Minister. He was all powerful. All powerful. And the Barkha Dutt, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever it may, played a clip, a slap on Mr. Chidambaram's face. And that kept playing in the media.
So did he think that you got that done?
I don't know what he thinks. But that created the biggest problem of all problems. And I took it to South Africa, and the IPL became so successful even in South Africa, though they had elections in India. And then the following year I came back, the Shashi Tharoor episode happened with Suranda.
Yeah.
And I brought down Shashi Tharoor, if you know, very clear.
He lost his job.
He lost his job, and then all guns were trained on me. All guns mean all guns from every side. Now, you know, in our country.
Who was backing Shashi Tharoor, according to you?
Sonia Gandhi. I got calls from, what's his name? Ahmed Patel. I got calls from Pranab Mukherjee in those days. I got calls from I was friendly with every one of them. You had that Rajiv Shukla coming up to me and take, chalo, Ahmed Patel, we thought, do this, do that. For me, it was never about X, Y, Z.
Why did you not want Sunanda Pushkar to have a team?
Very simply. How can somebody pay $350 million for a team, a consortium, that was the Kochi consortium, where 75% of the shareholders are paying 100% of the cost, number one. And the shareholder is getting 25% free equity, number two. Number three, that those people are paying, as an example, you're paying $350 million over 10 years, right? As an example. So you're paying $35 million a year. If the company is paying $35 million a year, one shareholder has got 25% free and not contributing, the others are contributing 35 crores, and the loss is 25 crores, okay? They have to pay the 25 crores. Next year they have to put more, and they can't afford to. Her shareholding keeps going up. Then every dollar that comes in revenue, she's getting 15% of the money. That means for her 10 rupee share on the day she got the team is worth 1 lakh rupees. Their 10 rupee share is worth 1 paisa. So why? I knew this is going to collapse. And I said it that day it's going to collapse. And what happened? 2 years down the line, it collapsed.
Did you speak to the other members of the team before you decided on this?
Of course, there was a meeting that would take place.
And they all agreed with you?
No, they didn't. They all agreed in the beginning. Then there was a diktat put down. And when Shashi Tharoor, I'll tell you what happened, to tell you the truth. I did not sign the agreement because I wanted to meet every member of the consortium. The meeting took place in Bangalore. It was I forget, just after a match. All the shareholders were there except for a lady by Sunanda Pushkar. I'm looking at this agreement. And by the way, I had no idea who she was. I had no idea who she was. Okay? I didn't know what the names were. I'm asking these consortium members, you're giving away 25% shares to a lady called Sunanda Pushkar. Who is she? And you're giving her 15% of the revenue. Who is she? Huh? One guy says she's an automobile dealer's child. She's a very famous marketing person in India. I said, hello, I'm a marketing person in India. I don't know who she is. Then I said, I'm not going to sign this agreement till I know who Sunanda Pushkar is. The minute I said that, somebody's texting out there, right? I get a call from Shashi Tharoor on the phone. And I saw the speaker phone. And he says, Lalit, don't ask about Sunanda Pushkar. He was a good friend of mine. Don't ask about Sunanda Pushkar. I said, why? He said, if you do, I'll have you raided in the morning. I said, screw you, but sorry for the language. And who the hell do you think you are? You may be the foreign minister of India. Don't you dare ever tell me this. And I banged on the phone. And I said, I will not sign it. Hell broke loose. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I get a call. You can verify this from Shashank Manohar, as president of BCCI, who never interfered. Very nice man, never interfered. I said, Lalit, you will sign this agreement today. I said, Shashank, why do I need to sign it today? I will take off in the morning. I'll come to Nagpur and see you. We can talk about it tomorrow morning and then we can sign it. No, you will sign it now. Now, I never defy authority. I was under Shashank. I was vice president. He was president. Nobody interfered in the work of IPL. When he said that, I said, Shashank, I will sign this agreement under duress. And I will point out that the president is forcing me to sign the agreement. And I will note it on the agreement that, and I did note it. And I signed the agreement under duress. I didn't know what the reason was. He didn't want to talk about it. He was blunt and to the point, and I accepted it. I could have said, no, I won't sign it. You sign it if you want to, and walk away. But I didn't. I respected authority. I could have very well done that, and it was a mistake of mine not to do that, actually, today, if I look back in hindsight. And I signed it. I picked in. Why did I have to sign it? I get up in the morning. Every newspaper, front page, Sunanda Pushkar getting married to Shashi Tharoor. Now I knew why I had to sign it. Can you, and the best part is this, BCCI lawyers are there. Everybody is there. They take that copy of the agreement and go. I could have torn it up after I signed it too, right? So it was orchestrated, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, then I felt completely betrayed. A fast one has been pulled on me that I've been asked to sign the agreement at 2 o'clock in the night, but I could have signed it the next day. And if I waited the next day, Sunanda Pushkar getting married to Shashi Tharoor would have been out already in the papers. In every newspaper, it was already out. I was foolish enough because I was so busy with my game, and that story didn't come out. And so that team would never have been signed in the first place. If I had waited for Another 8 hours. Not even 8 hours. It probably is already in press. It was already in print at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I didn't have the knowledge with me. When I didn't have that knowledge with me, if I had that knowledge with me, under no circumstances I would have allowed that team to be signed at that time. And I said it's a fraud. And you know, when Sunanda died?
Yeah, that Twitter feed
That morning, Sunanda is communicating with me on Twitter.
I saw that.
And she said, should I disclose? I said, go ahead and disclose. I had no angst against.
These were open tweets that between you and her.
Open in the world. And next I know she's dead. Now,
what are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating. I don't know the truth, so I can't insinuate.
Have you spoken to her ever?
No.
Never?
Never. That's the best part.
It's only that Twitter interaction.
That is it.
Even when she made the bid, there was no interaction between
None.
you?
With Shashi only. And the guy called Joseph, his secretary.
Yeah. Did you ever speak with Shashi Tharoor after this incident?
After that incident...
Have you been in touch with him?
No, I haven't been in touch with him. Ever. Since that day. After that, it became Lalit Modi versus Congress.
Have you met with Chidambaram ever?
Of course I met with Chidambaram. He used to be my lawyer. What's wrong with you? He was the Modi family lawyer for a year.
No, what I mean is after this incident happened with you as when he was Home Minister.
He went after me. You got to understand, it's a brotherly. You know that, I know that. You live in that country. You attack one, they all gang up against you, and you attack somebody at that top level. So it became, go after Lalit Modi. And then, fortunately or unfortunately, I was always at a match with Narendra Bhai or Vasundhara Raje, Sushma Ji, Nitin Gadkari, you name it. I was with them at the match. And because they were always supportive, it's not because of anything else, they were always supportive of the cricket. I had no personal agenda there. But that became Lalit Modi, the BJP person. Yes, I was very, very friendly with Vasundhara Raje. There's no doubt about it. Very friendly with Sushma Ji too. I was very friendly with the people in Ahmedabad too. I was very friendly with Nitin Ji too. I was very friendly with everybody because I had no business. I took no business favors from anybody. I never had any business with anybody. But I was also friendly with everybody in Congress too earlier. It was only that. How did Kochi get into the system? Let's understand. Nobody's asked this question. How did I allow Kochi to bid in the first place? I had to open a city, right?
You could have picked any.
I could have said Kochi didn't have a stadium even.
Yeah.
So why did I allow Kochi to come into the system? It was my prerogative. Kochi Cricket Association is nobody. Kerala Cricket Association wasn't nobody in our system.
True.
I could have given, there was Ahmedabad sitting there, there was UP, there was Orissa there, Assam there, there was so many other states, Haryana there, so many other states, bigger states, where I could have opened. I opened it. Nobody's asked me this question. So, why did I open it for him?
Yeah, why?
Because he sucked up to me at that time to do it.
Yeah,
it's true.
Okay, that's brilliant.
It's true. He sucked up to me. He took me out. He'd come to my house.
That's all that was required?
That was all that was required. I had no agenda with anybody. So when somebody's sucking up to you and he would come to me, you see pictures of him and me, Google me and Shashi Tharoor, you'll see the arm around me, he'd take me everywhere. Why would he do that? And I fell for it. He was a smooth talker without doubt. I mean, everybody in the world thinks he's...
So what went wrong then?
What went wrong with me exposing the truth? Because I couldn't afford an IPL franchise to go down. I could foresee the future. And in fact, when I predicted it, whatever I have predicted has come true. It is that not a single thing that I have not predicted, whether it's match fixing, whether it's Chida Abraham, whether it's Shashi Tharoor, whatever happened, people said, I'm pulling a fast one to save my skin. I said, okay, fine, you think that 4 years later the truth is out.
So you named a number of people. Let me go one by one. Mr. Kapil Sibal claimed that in an email in 2009 to an official in Rajasthan Royals, you said that you were very close to Mr. Narendra Modi, then the Chief Minister of Gujarat. Did you at any point of time rub the Congress the wrong way because of your closeness with Mr. Modi?
See, Mr. Modi was a great cricket fan.
So was Mr. Arun Jaitley, but you ran foul with Mr. Jaitley.
1 minute. His wife would make parathas for me.
Dolly Jaitley.
Dolly was. I would go to his house. He was a very close friend of mine.
Then what happened?
But he was a snake. What do you want me to do? He switches sides like there's nobody. It was to his advantage. He was best friend with Chidambaram. So when I went after when the thing happened with Mr. Chidambaram and me, and then Shashi Tharoor and me, Please understand, Mr. Jaitley was a stalwart of the BJP at that point in time. He was an aspirational person at that time. He was the whole soul at that point in time. Narendra Bhai was just chief minister of Gujarat, and Vasudha Raje was chief minister of Rajasthan. Sushma Ji was leader of the opposition at that point in time. But Arun Jaitley was the voice of the party at that point in time. So I didn't run foul of him. I just went foul of him because he switched. He knew everything that he didn't know. But he then decided to switch sides. Okay, at that point in time, because he was also best buddies with Chidambaram. And that's what happened. And when Kapil Sibal, said that Narendra Bhai, I was close to the fact of cricket.
Okay.
All dealings I had was he wanted cricket in Ahmedabad.
That stadium right now in Ahmedabad is his baby, or is the BJP's baby and you just in an interview said you'll tear it down and rebuild.
I'll tear out no, 1 second. It's the best stadium in India today.
Yeah.
But it's not good enough, is what I said.
All right.
I said it's not good enough. When I said I said if I would like to tear that down, obviously all the others have to be teared down too. I said it's the best stadium in India today. If it was me as Lalit Modi, and I had to give a fan experience of international quality, I would tear that one down too. Because today, you look at a Wembley Stadium, you look at any other Lord, you look at any stadium around the world, the Barcelona Stadium, the Manchester United Stadium, or the Man City Stadium, they're far greater than any stadium that we have ever had. And today, we have more money in the BCCI.
Yeah. I get that, what you're saying, the whole experience of having 100 toilets instead of a dozen toilets. I get that. I'm totally with you as far as the whole experience. Correct. Going is a huge pain.
It's a pain.
Finding parking, taking your children. I get all that.
Why would you put 10,000 cars underground? Cars coming from all sides. Why don't you put modern escalators going up, food courts in there? Yeah. If you want to make it, we don't need the money. The money will come automatically. You make it 365 days, put shopping underground. When on match days it's closed, you make it completely air conditioned. You make restaurants in there and make it really world class.
So when you were mentioning these friends of yours, there was also Vasundhara Raje. Now tell me, your critics say that Rajasthan Royals, Kings 11, IPL digital rights, all this was given away to your friends and relatives.
1 minute.
How?
1 minute. There were no buyers in those days. Whoever came and put the money on the table took it. The only friend for IPL that is so big today, 11 people bid. And all 11 were friends of mine.
Yeah.
Nobody believed that the IPL will work. Even the BCCI didn't believe it. My father didn't believe it. So why would anybody come? I mean, I'm just learning these things. Nobody believed in the IPL. If the IPL was so big, they should have been aligned. The BCCI people didn't want to come even to the meeting. No broadcaster wanted it. No advertiser wanted it. No industrialist wanted it.
Yeah.
So the 11 people that bid, only one of them I didn't know, Venkatram Reddy of Deccan. That is the only surprise bid I got. The 10 other bidders were all good friends of mine I grew up with. So I gave it to friends and family. I didn't give it.
Yeah, you asked them to join in.
No, I didn't.
Then?
They just one bid.
Okay.
I did. Listen, it was an open. What did we do? This is what's missing from
this. Is saying you asked Munjal, you asked Airtel guy, everybody, and they said no.
Listen, my job is to present to you the proposition of what I'm going to do.
Right.
I made over 1,000 presentations. When I say I made, these are sticking out. I tried to persuade them to bid, not join. There's nothing as joining.
Sure, buy.
I put a tender out. I put it in the newspaper. Front page of the Times of India, Hindustan Times, Indian Express. It's in every newspaper, front page. We put out a tender to bid for a team. How does the bidding process take place? Which is missing from the whole narrative to date. Thank you for asking the question. We put out a narrative. You buy the tender copy, 5 lakh rupees as a goodwill. You buy the tender and you pay the BCCI the 5 lakh. You get a copy of the tender and you fill it out. And you submit it at 12 o'clock in front of the media. We don't know who's going to bid or not bid. We open it in front of you. I started the process of opening the tenders with cameras right left.
In front, yes.
In front, and I opened them and the highest bidder wins. That was the system. Unfortunately, I thought...
You didn't rig the system?
You can't rig the system. Okay. I thought anybody could bid. Anil Ambani lost, who was not a friend of mine. He was bidder. I knew him very well. I didn't like him, but I knew him very well. Okay, but he bid. He lost. How could you rig a system? So Broto lost. Here's the bid. DLF lost. One of my closest friends, Raju Singh, he lost. Okay? Venkatram Reddy won. I didn't know who's going to get what. It was the highest bid to choose it. If there were 30 bids, who knows? There were 100 bids, who knows?
Then why are you accused of rigging the whole bidding process?
They're calling it bid rigging for Kochi because I refused to sign.
Okay.
That's what if you look at the drummed up charges by the BCCI.
Mr. Jaitley said you're part of the axis of evil.
Yes, of course, he had to say something, no? I can't just say something. He can't be.
No,
he was very dramatic in Parliament. He had to say something. Axis of evil of what? If I was axis of evil, why did he wait for 6 years to say it?
But when he was banning you, they went through a whole process.
But 1 second. Yes, they went through a whole process where the chairman of the committee, Chirayu Amin, resigned. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And who prosecuted me? Your Jyoti Rajesh Scindia and somebody else. And when the time came for me to give my statement, they had statements from 20 people, right? I am the victim. When I had to give the statement, I'm driving to St. James Court to go to the Skype link, the live link. And I get a message, no, we have decided that we are not going to let you do it. And I'm sitting with Mr. Jaitley 1 week before that in London at the St. James Court. I said, we will give you the full right to speak your mind. And when they've decided, because they must have had some pressure, but they were so afraid of me giving my own testimony.
So they found you guilty of bid rigging, financial irregularities, improper award of contracts, and other misconducts, smaller misconducts. So when you spoke to him in St. James Court Hotel, did you give him proof and say, this is what I'm going to put forward in my testimony?
No, I didn't know they were going to drum these charges up, by the way. They drummed these charges up for the sake of drumming it up. Then, this was based upon the FIR filed in Chennai too, right? Go look at the Chennai FIR. I don't understand to date. 17 years have gone by. That FIR hasn't moved. Why hasn't it moved? I'll tell you why hasn't it moved. Because there's a noting on the file by the police commissioner that he's investigated everything and there's nothing wrong with Lalit Modi. Now they don't release that. Now, that is the problem.
But that was then. Why now?
Even till this date, that is the only FIR outstanding. And to this date, everything is based on the PML is based on that. Everything is based on that FIR outstanding. And that FIR has no legal standing and hasn't gone to court. And the report that has been filed by the police commissioner is in my favor. So they don't want to release it. So they put it under they put it in the file. Mein laga do.
What is it that everybody got wrong? What is it that you got right with IPL? When it started in 2008.
What did I get right?
Yeah.
Is in front of you. What they got wrong, that they didn't believe it will happen. And I got bigger than the game. It was bound to happen. Bernie Ecclestone, any of the biggest games in the world are done by individuals. And they created it.
Is that the problem? That you got bigger than the game?
Yes, it is the problem. Without doubt, it's the problem. And I would do it again. Because without that, there would be no game.
Why would you want to be bigger than the game?
It wasn't at that time I needed to be. Because nobody believed in the game. Today I'm back here.
How can you say this, that nobody believed in cricket in India?
Nobody believed in the T20 cricket in India. Did you believe in Ranji Trophy? No, today you're sitting here.
No,
today.
I believed in Ranji Trophy.
Nobody else
did. It was traditional, right?
Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it. You may believe in it. You can say you believed in it. There are no eyeballs. If there are no eyeballs, there's no advertising dollars. If there's no advertising dollars, there's no subscription. So when you say it, you believed in it. It's good to say, make a statement, you believed in it. Simple.
But there's a very dhanda attitude कि अगर पैसा नहीं है तो believe नहीं है.
बिल्कुल ही नहीं है. जब कोई देख ही नहीं रहा है तो कैसे अगर कोई देख रहा है तो पैसा आएगा. अगर कोई देख ही नहीं रहा है तो पैसा नहीं आएगा ना. अगर today anything that has eyeballs is going to get the money from the advertiser.
So today when you see a Vaibhav Raghuvanshi, do you feel...
One second, before you enter there.
Okay.
Let's be very clear that today you say that what was wrong with what I did and what was wrong with they did. The BCCI didn't even send the main team of the BCCI India team to South Africa to play the World Cup T20.
Yeah.
They sent a second team. Now, if we were a cricketing nation and we believed in cricket as a whole board, and they say, this T20 is junk. Let's not even send the India team. Let's put our new team under Mahendra Singh Dhoni, completely raw, completely green. The Tendulkar, the Dravids, the Saurav Ganggulis, the Sehwag, none of them played the T20 World Cup.
Yes.
Why didn't they? Would you accept that today? Today, if the Indian team is to go to the World Cup, any World Cup. Would you accept a B team? The public accept a B team? Would the board accept a B team?
But it was, see, cricket was a holy grail. Do you remember the Packer series when
Yes,
it happened?
course.
Sunil Gavaskar wanted to play, but then there was a problem, right? Nobody wanted to
But
touch
here the
something.
players didn't want to play. Forget the establishment didn't want to play it. The players didn't want to play it. The players had the I went to every player in the dressing room in England when India was touring in 2007. I remember right across the river from here. That's where they were staying. I went and I said, please, I beg you to play the T20. I said, Lalit, are you joking? What is this stupid game? We don't want to play it.
Yeah.
Everybody said that to me in the dressing room. Oh, we've had a long tour. We want to be with our families. Now, today, let's just sit here today and argue this. This is a great point to argue. Would the public, number one, the players, number two, the administrators, number three, accept a player not playing the World Cup? Simple as that.
No.
Simple as that. There'll be uproar.
Yes.
The media will tear it down.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Why did you tear it down then? Why are you tearing me down? Because I created something out of nothing. And I created it because of me.
Yeah.
And if I hadn't created it, it wouldn't be where it is. If I brought Bollywood into it, if I didn't bring Shah Rukh into it, I wouldn't have had women and children. There were 95% men watching cricket and nobody else watching cricket. Now that would not get me the advertising dollars I needed to make it sustainable. I needed to hit the Saas Bahus. So I programmed cricket at 8 p.m. There was no cricket played at 8 p.m. worldwide. The T20 World Cup was also in the daytime. Okay? It was also in the daytime. The T20 World Cup in South Africa had no ratings till Yuvraj Singh hit the 6 sixes.
Yeah.
Till that very day. I orchestrated that. It just happened. I just said anybody who makes 6 sixes or takes 6 wickets in an over, I'll give you a Porsche. I was trying to make something happen when nobody was wanting to make it happen. I went around the world trying to convince people because I knew it will work.
So that's the problem, right? That
That's
you
the
were the
problem.
disruptor all your life.
I am a disruptor.
Yeah.
And I did disrupt. And nobody likes disruption. Disruption gets its own enemies. Yeah. Similarly, when I disrupted, politicians got upset. And biggest one of them is Chidambaram. And he paid the price, I think. He went to jail, didn't he?
Yes.
I didn't know whether he did or not.
For some other reason, but then
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In life, you pay karma one way or the other.
Do you want that to happen?
I don't want that to happen. But I'm saying my point is...
Do you believe in retribution?
Of course I believe in retribution, without doubt. But point is, 17 years is a long time for retribution. When I've given you the biggest product in the planet. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger. And you have a billion fans. Yeah. You can't keep telling them the wrong story.
Mr. Modi, you had so many friends in powerful places. They got to power later. Some of them are in the BJP. For 12 years now, the BJP has been in power. How come those friends of yours haven't responded?
I haven't called anybody. I'm a very proud man. I have not made a single phone call.
They meet you in London when they come here?
No.
Okay.
I haven't met anybody. I met some people, but who are in the highest power, they haven't even made a call. They haven't called me and I haven't called them. So, it is what it is. Maybe people are afraid to talk to me. People don't want to get associated with me because I have a stigma against me for some reason or the other. But it is what it is. I can't change it. I could pick up the phone and call a few people to make a call on my behalf. I don't do it. I don't want favors in my life. I fought my life myself.
Yet you asked a favor from Sushma Swaraj when you asked her to let you go.
It was my death of my wife. It was an important issue in my life. When it came to family, when it came to my family, what did I ask? I had only won my passport back, from the courts. It was getting delayed. I wasn't getting I needed to go. So the travel document, and my wife had brain tumor. Now it is a matter of life and death for me. So of course, at that point in time, when it comes to something personal, I would ask for in life.
But she could travel. It's you who couldn't travel.
I couldn't, because I didn't have because the Chidambaram government took away my passport. And I won it back from the Delhi High Court. Legally and officially. I won it back. Abhishek Singhvi appeared for me. He's a Congress lawyer.
But Sushma Swaraj said that it was for humanitarian reason that
because by the time the verdict came out and delivery came out to them, I needed to travel to Portugal because the tumor is not waiting. Tumor is not waiting.
But the Portuguese authorities said that your consent was not needed for the papers at that time, wasn't it?
1 second, I needed to be with my wife.
Okay.
1 second, I don't care about the consent or no consent. If my wife is going through a brain surgery, do you think I'm not going to be there for her? And I'm not going to pull every stop I have or every last card I have in my pocket to be with her.
That card was Sushma Swaraj?
Which was who I knew. I may have made it, I don't remember who I made the calls to, but I made the call and the call was heard. You have one call in life.
Yeah.
You have one card in life that you play out. I used my card then. If I had one favor to ask, if my wife or my child is dying or is on a deathbed, am I going to be there or not?
And the media went after her for having done that.
They went after media. It suit at that point in time, government is brand new. It has been a Congress Raj for 50 years.
Did she say anything to you that it was internal squabble within the party which...
No, they never had. We never, I'll tell you the truth. I've never had a discussion as far as politics is concerned, and I stay out of it. And that is why I say what I say. The truth is what it is.
But she withstood a lot of criticism for helping you out at that stage.
But she said the right thing at the end of the day.
Okay.
But criticism, you can withstand because if you're doing the thing with the proper conscience. If there is a malified intention around it, then you will try and protect yourself or hide yourself or throw somebody else under the bus. Why hasn't the BJP thrown me under the bus? Because I have done nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong. But if I have done something, and they talk about,
Your friendships are legendary, Mr. Modi.
But I'm the grandson of Rai Bahadur Gujalwal Modi.
True.
I told you I was born with a diamond spoon. When you accuse me of taking few crore rupees, I make more than that a day in my life.
Even now?
Even, we are the biggest company globally. We are big. It's a 2.5 lakh crore market capitalized value of
Are you still part of
it? Of course I'm part of it. I own the business. I gifted it to my children. My children own it. I'm a kept father by my children.
So
I live in a beautiful home. I live the biggest life. I go everywhere. How do you think I do it? Listen, what did you think? I took 10 or 12 crores or something? It won't last me a week. It won't last me a week.
Do you think it's this larger than life?
It is what it is.
I
was born with it.
Okay.
Why would I change my lifestyle for anybody? Why would I live my life for anybody else? My grandfather didn't live it. My father didn't live it for anybody else.
I'm not making a value judgment. What I am saying is this larger than life lifestyle? Is it what bothered some people back home?
I'm sure it does. And it continues to bother. But
is it the same thing that Mr. Vijay Mallya faces? He's also a friend of yours.
He's a friend of mine. Vijay is a different story. Okay? I don't know what his issue is, but it was to do with banks and things like that. We never borrowed money. I never took money from anybody. I never had any money to take from anybody. I only gave money. I only paid money. None of our businesses have bank borrowings or anything else or government contracts or things like that. We are consumer brands. We are with the world's biggest. We manufacture Marlboro. It is the #1 brand worldwide.
Yeah.
I'm not a manufacturer licensee. I'm an owner of the brand. Okay, the Modi family.
Several brands
Several businesses. Fertilizer, and we have large amount of businesses. I did ESPN. I had cable net. First cable network I set up.
DTH, yeah.
No, not DTH. Paid channel.
Modi Entertainment.
Modi Entertainment was the first paid channel. There was no Star TV channels, nothing. I set it all up. Yeah. The point is, I made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in my life.
So
if I made it myself, not the Modi family money, I made the money myself. Okay, why can't I spend it? The way I like.
When you left India, you said you faced threat from Dawood Ibrahim.
Which was very
Who
true.
told you about Dawood Ibrahim was threatening you? Who said this?
He took 3 hits at me.
How do you know it was him?
Because it's very clear by Mumbai police, Rakesh Maria. And very clearly, it was all over the media. He's given, Dawood himself said it. Have you seen Chota Shakil's interview?
No.
Please go to Chota Shakil, ABV. He gave a live interview when he was caught.
See, he said he wanted to kill Lalit Modi.
And he missed 3 times.
Why did they want to kill you?
Because I didn't look the other way when they wanted to fix matches. I threw people out. I did not allow fixing to take place. They offered me hundreds of millions of dollars to look the other way. They bet the main problem started, I'll tell you when. Dawood Ibrahim is a known bookmaker. He controls the cricket book. In those days, it used to be $2 billion of underground betting. Today, it's $4 billion of underground betting a game. It's huge. It's huge. It's unimaginably huge. Every ball, there's the odds change. It's a satta bazaar. Okay? Nobody fixes games anymore. You fix overs. You fix the ball.
Even now?
I don't know now, but that's what they do in pajama cricket and all the other crickets. You fix games. Okay, we don't know what fixing. It's become so sophisticated. Somebody takes out a handkerchief, somebody rubs something the other way, and it's a sign. Okay, we watch for these signs. We look for these signs. Okay, what happened? And if you look at the first 3 years when I ran the IPL, there was no fixing. I took a lot of people to task. And I threw a lot of people out of the stadium. I banned a lot of people to come in. It wasn't liked by the mafia. But that wasn't the main reason. The main reason is they believed that I would not be able to do IPL too.
Who they?
Dawood Ibrahim. They were bookmaking. You know, like you have Sattyabaji, election result kya aayega? Huh? There were big bets taken that IPL 2 will not happen.
Did anybody from Dawood's team call you up and threaten you?
Oh, yes. They're not me. They called Bombay police recorded everything.
Okay.
It was a chatter that came from Bombay police. Bombay police put me on Z security. I didn't ask for it. All of a sudden, I have Z security. There was a shootout outside my house in Bombay. There was a hit for me in Johannesburg. And I'm in Cape Town, which was picked up by the South African government. There was a hit on me in Montenegro, which was picked up at the Croatian border. Okay? My son was kidnapped in London on Sloane Street, right there. By a guy called Mughal Azam, Baba Azam. He lives on Park Street. MI5 is trading them. But this is not fiction. This is real.
And you tie all of them to the Dawood Ibrahim guy?
It is. We found it is them.
Okay.
I then go. They have not told the story to anybody. I'm telling first time. Now you pushed me to it. I'm called at 3:30 in the morning. I forget that guy's name. It'll come to me in a minute.
A cop?
No, tout. You see them around all the IPL matches. I have to get his name. Calls me, he's a friend of ours. He's been seen around all these games. He's around politician. He's London-based guy. And when I say tout, I mean he's a fixer dealer type of guy.
Okay.
And he's there, and I see him around. He says, you have to come and meet this guy, Baba. I said, 3 o'clock in the morning. Nahi, aapko abhi aana hai. So I said, maybe something important. I go to Baba's house. Penthouse. Back-to-back paintings of Hussain. Rolling charas. He said, Lalit bhai, आप इंडिया से निकल गए हैं, हमको आईपीएल टीम चाहिए. ऐसे मैं तो हुई नहीं इंडिया में, तो आपको आईपीएल टीम किस लिए चाहिए? तो जाके देखो जिससे खरीदिए आप. He said, नहीं. And all of a sudden, I said, हम इंडिया तो जा ही नहीं रहे, हमारा दाऊद का प्रॉब्लम है. He said, 1 minute में फिक्स करता हूँ. It was all orchestrated by them. He goes on his terrace, takes out his satellite phone and calls Dawood on the phone. I pissed my pants, I tell you this, without doubt. Okay? Right there and then. And I had MI5 downstairs, security. Baba says, Dawood bhai, Lalit bhai aaye. Baat karo. I said, I'm not talking. Speaker pe dal diya. I said, I'm not talking. And he says, simply, आप इनके दोस्त सब भूल गए, सब खत्म. Put down the phone. I go home. I tell my wife, this incident happened, and I think our problems are resolved. They just expanded.
Do you remember which year this was?
2012.
Do you remember where?
11, 12. London.
Did he call Pakistan? Did he call Dubai?
I don't know where. I don't know.
You don't know where Dawood was?
I didn't speak to him. The satellite was scared on a satellite phone on the terrace.
Did you tell the cops here?
Yes, everybody. It's my recorded statement. Okay, number one. It's a recorded statement of mine. Okay, number one. Number two. Now, look at the drama. The drama begins. This Baba is now seen everywhere. He's a man of the world. I'm having dinner one day with Shaukat Aziz, Prime Minister
of Pakistan.
He had left Pakistan, and we were having dinner. There was an India-Pakistan match taking place at the World Series in Birmingham. He said, I'd like to go. I said, chalo, we'll go. He said, मैं Pakistan flag लूँगा. I said, मैं India flag लूँगा. So I had the India flag on my shoulder, and this guy had the Pakistan.
The former Prime Minister of
Had
Pakistan.
a good friend of mine. Okay, we bonded because I knew him before he was Prime Minister. He was Citibank.
Yeah.
And I would meet him at Parmeshwar Godrej's house. Parmeshwar was a very dear friend of mine.
Bombay, okay.
Right. That's how we met. And I developed a relationship, nothing else. He liked cricket, I liked cricket. It was good. There's Baba happened to be there, sitting on a table in Chinatown, I remember, at the bar. And I asked Shaukat bhai, I said, "You जानते हैं?" I don't know. I said, "यही बात हुई है." You could confirm with him. He said, "Huh?" That was all. And then they start calling me up on a weekly basis.
Who?
The Baba.
Okay.
And said, "Dosti is not about forgiven. We need something back in return." So I said, "What happened?" That's when I learned the story that the hits were being put on me is because I moved it to South Africa. So now you have to make good. Now you look at Shota Shakil's interview.
Wait.
No, you hear, if you Google now and you put on your iPad.
You're saying that that there were two people who didn't want it to be moved to South Africa. According to you, in this interview, you have said one was Mr. Chidambaram didn't want you to move there.
Because of elections.
And the second one you're saying is that
sattebaji hai na. He plays against anything.
That the bookies
are betting on whether it happens.
Who didn't want you to move to South Africa?
No, bookies are taking bets. Jayega nahi jayega, sattebaji. There's a whole drama going on in media.
Okay.
IPL jayega, South Africa nahi jayega, England jayega, nahi jayega. So there were all these bets going on.
So there were two things that Dawood Ibrahim wanted from you. One, he wanted a team, and two, he wanted you to stop the betting thing which you were stopping.
No, I wasn't.
Two reasons?
I wasn't stopping anybody. No. I think there's again miscommunication.
Yeah, explain to me. It's getting confusing.
It is getting confusing. So let me explain to you. So better. They accused me of moving IPL to South Africa when they thought it's not ever going to move because they ate the bets up. So they lost a lot of money, apparently.
Okay.
So they wanted me to make good that money. I didn't ask you to take the bet. I don't have anything to do with it. आपने सट्टा लगाया कि ये Prime Minister बनेगा, ये Chief Minister बनेगा. That is your business. I am not in the book making.
So you're no longer in the hit list. Why?
1 minute. I'll come to that. You'll see his own statement. You will see his own statement and live statement. He said, we have resolved issues with Lalit Modi. What resolved issues?
Did you?
I didn't. I just said, I will retire from cricket. I gave my word, I will retire.
Is it because of Dawood Ibrahim that you retired from cricket?
It's one of the biggest reasons. One of the biggest reasons.
Seriously?
I've never said this before. One of the biggest reasons. Why would I subject myself to media pressure, government pressure, and then life-threatening pressure? So I'm saying it for the first time.
You've seen Dhurandhar?
I have not seen it, but I want to see it because Ranveer is a good friend of mine and he wants to play me in a movie and I have to see it because I have just been so busy.
No, I'm talking about Dawood Ibrahim.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the movie.
He's there in part 2.
Okay.
In the movie. They show him in part 2, which is why I'm asking you.
I thought movies are fictional or this is a real movie.
Well, it's based on real life events. You know how all Bollywood movies are. They say it's based on real life events.
I don't see Bollywood movies, to tell you the truth. I've seen 3 movies, those only of Shah Rukh Khan.
The reason I'm asking you is about Dawood Ibrahim because he's a character in that who's paying a price for the Bombay bomb blast which happened and the attack.
Do you know about Bombay bomb blast now? I'll give you another story. And this will blow you off completely. The Bombay bomb blast is on the 26th of November 2008 at the Taj Hotel in Oberoi Hotel. And I am at the Taj Hotel at 5 to 7 in the morning with 200 people at the Souk restaurant having a security briefing. And I step out exactly at 7 o'clock or something around then to go to have drinks on the boat of Vijay Mallya, the cross in the harbor. What is happening on the 27th? The 100% of the hotel is booked by me. Champions League is beginning. The opening ceremony is on the 27th of November 2008. I have all the teams landing that night. I have booked the whole Taj Hotel. I have booked the whole Oberoi Hotel the next day, that night. I have 200 security personnel at the Souk restaurant doing a briefing. I walk out. I have just reached the gateway of India and the gunshots begin. And All I can say today is I'm so thankful and grateful that it happened on 26th and not 27th. From my perspective, if it was 27th, it would be a complete different game.
Do you think that they picked the date?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't want to probe it. I won't be able to sleep at night. Okay? But did you know that we had 200, my bodyguards took out 200 people on their backs through the fire shaft that night. They had blockaded the entire Souk restaurant, and the other guests eating in the restaurant were taken on the back of this South African security guard from NSA that was there for the IPL, on their backs down the staircase. I had my lawyer, Dean Kino, sitting on the 4th floor where the grenade was dropped on the roof. At that point in time, you check with the police out there, and he was on the floor, and I am talking to him on the phone that night. I am at the gateway of India when this whole incident is taking place, because I had people staying in the hotel, in the rooms, in there, and I was more protected about my people out there. And I'm talking to him, and I see this grenade and the fire come out, and I know it's above his room. And I say to Dean, by mistake, I say to somebody, oh shit, there's a fire in his room. He hears that. He's on the phone. Okay? He runs out of the room. Okay? Throws his phone down and is sliding, going to go down the old staircase, down the staircase. And he sees the room open. And there's somebody out there. He says, guys, you want to come down with me? And they are the terrorists. And they start shooting at him. And he goes down, and we have the police out there. He runs down out the back staircase, of the back stage. And he runs in his underwear, and they put this fire hoses up there, and he's coming down, sliding down there, and we pull him out. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. He still has trauma today. What we went through that day, the Pakistan team had just landed. And I sent them right back. And I knew there would be massacre at that point in time. I turned the flight around and turned them to go back right there and then. That became my second biggest enemy, Rupert Murdoch. Because I sold the Champions League rights to Rupert Murdoch. And that story has already been said.
What is the connection?
No, the connection is not that. I'm saying,
okay, that
in life, it became another, no, I canceled Champions League.
Yeah.
They lost a few $100 million. Because they had to still pay us. Because the minute the team touches down, contract is live. So contract becomes viable. Rupert tried to make me cancel the contract even when I left and paid me hundreds of millions of dollars to cancel the contract. I could have taken that money, and I didn't. So I made another enemy. So what I'm trying to say is, I had multiple strong enemies against me.
Yeah.
And when you have such strong enemies against you, you can't fight it. So you just sit back and just let it go.
Okay. When you're talking about taking on betting syndicates, taking on the underworld, taking on powerful people, you also brought about very strict laws, rules for your team, right? Like, family nahi aayega andar, they will not be able to go and have dinner with the owners and things like that. You were also putting down rules which cricketers of the day were not accustomed to. Why did they adhere to those rules? And do you think they were outdated then, or are they outdated now? Because now everybody's doing endorsements, product placements, they're going and socializing.
Product placement is allowed outside the tournament. Socializing is allowed outside the tournament, not during the tournament. When we tour, India team tours anywhere in the world, do we allow that to happen? No, we don't. So why do we allow it in IPL? I put rules in which were strict, but which conform with the norms of the game, with the norms of society at that point in time, because you want to protect the players. They are playing every other day. You want them to go rest. You don't want them to go party everywhere. We did parties for you anyway, every night after the game. So you wanted to socialize. Your family can come there and socialize with you. Your friends can come and socialize with you. They can invite them there. But you stay within my close environment. I don't want my environment to be breached in any which way. And that is the only way I would run it, and I would run it again. And that was relaxed, and now it's come to bite them back. But I'm glad they set it up again and cancelled it. You can't have girlfriends and honey traps and all of this. I perceived that to happen in the first place. So when they relaxed it, I don't know why they relaxed it. They must have relaxed it because of owners' pressures.
Was there really honey trap going on, or is this just a figment of people's imagination?
I think it's a figment of people's imagination. But if they say it, they say it. You know, for me, I'll tell you.
But you were manipulating it too, because
But it wasn't happening in my days. I wasn't lying it.
But you said that one player had an affair with a cheer girl, and you leaked that information to the media.
Listen, please understand. As I said very clearly, IPL was a nobody. I needed IPL to happen. So I needed to orchestrate controversy. It was the first pillar we built it on. I needed Shah Rukh Khan and the Ambanis and the Malias out there to create the aura of bigger than life, to attract people to watch it.
No, but
but
you
today,
are justifying planting stories.
I'm not planting stories. I'm not planting stories. Sorry. I'm saying if an incident happened that you would brush under the table, I would expose it. Simple as that. Okay?
But you planted questions with the media. You said
Of course I said very clearly because I needed traction. What am I? Listen, it's an orchestrated business of mine.
I'm not judging you. All I'm saying is
it's a business
if you get upset with the media.
I'm not getting up. Again, I said I'm not upset with the media. I use the media the way I wanted to.
You're blaming the media for hounding you at times, right?
I didn't care about hounding me at all. At all.
You have said that Arnab hounded you.
Arnab goes on, Arnab doesn't let you speak.
Okay.
Arnab, do you think I refuse to give an interview to anybody? I wouldn't give it to you. Arnab, I don't mind. But if he lets you speak,
okay,
it's a one-way street with Arnab. Now you keep saying yourself the boom, boom, boom. He's judge and jury and everything. How can that I can't tolerate?
Okay, so when you say that the media accuses you of certain things, you also use the media.
Without doubt.
Right?
I have no problem.
Yeah,
I have a great relationship with the media.
Right.
I have the best relationship with everybody. You'll meet a lot of them tonight. I have the best relationship with every media.
Okay, so when you were planting these stories,
I wasn't planting it.
You planting questions. Okay,
yes.
You were planting questions. You said this that you planted certain questions because you wanted a certain response, and that because otherwise media was not covering you. This is what you said.
We had ICL out there. Subhash Chandra tried to give his own narrative. I needed to be heard. How do I get heard?
So what was your issue with Subhash Chandra and Rupert Murdoch? Let me.
We were competitors in business.
Okay.
I started ESPN. I took them all down. I became number one. It was a competitive business landscape. So we built enemies as far as that's concerned.
But open competition nahi tha.
I had open competition.
You had to use unfair or.
No, I won.
Okay.
By buying rights which nobody thought it would be worth. I took global cricket to another level. In 1991, I started.
You said Champions League was a dummy that you set up.
I did because Rupert Murdoch took away something that I owned, ESPN. By hook or crook, and didn't pay me for my dues. If he had, I took him to court. So I said, only way I can get back to him is if I own something that he wants.
And then you sell Champions League.
It was an open bid. I hoped he win, and he won. And I knew it never worked. So what did we do? In IPL, we control every aspect of it. You've seen that? Every aspect we control. In Champions League, we gave it all away. You do everything. You sell the ticket. You do media thing. You do everything you want. Why did we do that? Why would we give up control? Because we knew it was dummy. So who were friends of ours, they also knew it was a dummy. We hoped he would bite the cherry. He did. Because IPL became so successful. When you say I orchestrated, listen, when you make a movie or you make a script, you script it. I scripted it too. Luckily, the script fell in place. So if I'm going to script something, when I make a project, I make it on a white piece of paper of how I want it to go. And anything I do. And then I see how we are doing. And we want this spike, this way. How are you going to get people interested? At the time we launched the IPL, this is the main issue. We were a nobody.
Yeah.
Today we are not in the house. We are the house. So today rules have to change. We don't need owners to sit on the ground. We didn't need owners to be at auctions. They couldn't be. Look at Lakshmi Mittal. Very nice gentleman, good friend of mine, humble to the core. He goes to the match. He just became an owner. He paid $1.6 billion. Sits in his box with his Ushaji, watches the match. After the match, goes and congratulates the player and leaves. Okay? That is how he owns the Celtics. He owns the Formula One. He has a QPR team. He's understands.
Why are you appreciating that? Because you were never that. You were what Mr. Goenka is.
But 1 minute.
Loving the drama of it all.
But that is what I needed at that time.
Okay.
Without that, IPL would not be what it is. IPL has grown from a baby into an adult. IPL is now the place. Indian cricket was the place. It has gone second, third, or fourth tier.
Why are you going after Mr. Goenka?
I'm not going in, our brother-in-law.
Yeah, I know. But why are you making him into a meme?
Because he likes. I need a controversy every year. When the ratings drop, you need a meme outside the game. I can't make something inside the game. So I need. I'm passionate.
You're not part of IPL. It's your
not
baby.
IPL,
but you still talk of it as if I need this for IPL.
I wanted it to keep growing, and that's why it is growing. Also for me, as far as I'm concerned, if the IPL grows, I grow.
Do you have a shadow ownership in some way?
I'm not at all.
So why do you have this ownership?
Ownership of something I created. How can I be taken away? It doesn't mean that if Narendra Modi has any ownership of India. No. Does he have any ownership of India? No. But he wants it to grow, and he's doing so many things for it. Now, does he
represents India. He's the Prime Minister. You don't represent IPL.
I created it. No, if without me, there was no IPL.
Agreed.
So whether we like it or you don't like it, I don't have to own it. He doesn't own India.
Do you like the way IPL is now? And is it part of the vision that you had 25 years ago?
Without doubt it is. I mean, it is where it is. Only thing I regret, there is no, the stadiums. I think we didn't have money 20 years ago. There was no money in cricket. Now we have so much money and we are a non-profit organization. I don't see why all the money that is coming in, that the BCCI doesn't take it build brand new stadium. They don't need money from anybody else.
But it's not just a stadium. It's also young talent, which at 20 years ago, unless you were born into particular families, unless you had a class, you belong to a certain class, you didn't. You look at the kids today who are playing the IPL, they come from nowhere.
And who do you think did that for them?
That's what I wanted to ask you.
That was my vision. And that's what I did. And that is the main reason that I keep saying that you cannot go after players, whoever the owner may be. I will come down hard on you because players are the lifeline of the sport. Without the players, you have no fans. The fans come only because of the players. The players are the ones that give you your checkbook and give you the money. If you abuse the same manufacturing process as you have, called the engine or your raw material, if you're going to take out your raw material and you're going to hurt them, I will come down after you without doubt. Because you're getting these people. It's like a manufacturing. You have a commodity that is monopoly.
But you don't own a team.
I don't care.
You don't own IPL.
I own the IPL. I created it. Why do you don't go and talk to Shukla or go to talk to everybody else, Dhumbal out there? Why talk to me? Everybody talks to me.
Because it's your fascinating character that you don't own a team, you don't own IPL.
I don't have to own it. I created it.
Franchise,
Hello, one second.
You still say it's mine.
Steve Jobs still says Apple was his. He had 2% of Apple. It was his passion. Okay, Michael Eisner ran Disney. He didn't own it. He created it, but he's passionate about it. Narendra Modi runs India. He's not going to run it forever, but he's passionate about it. At the end of the day, you don't have to own something to be passionate about something.
Okay, let me go back 20 years back. When the idea came to you, who was your first backer and who do you owe it to in some way that this person believed in what I had? Is it Rajasthan back? Do I go back then?
It was Vasundhara Raje. She believed in my vision from we were friends before she became chief minister. You got to understand, she was a young girl and all Modi family went to Scindia school. So her mother and my grandmother were very good friends. So we were good friends since she was from a long time, before even I got married. Okay. And so she knew what I had done with cricket, I had done with sports, what I had done with Modi Entertainment Networks. We were friends. And she used to go out with a guy called Mike Dalvi, who was a cricketer. And so cricket, although it was never my passion, it became a passion of mine after it became a business for me in ESPN. And then when Murdoch took it away, it became an agenda for me.
Did she warn you at any point of time that you are running foul with people who are going to go after you?
No, we didn't know anybody going after me till I left India. Even when I left India, nobody went after me. It was only because of Shashi Tharoor that people went after me for other reasons. But they didn't go after me for what I created. People to this date appreciate what I did anyway. So there is nobody who has actually gone after me for the product. The product that I created is actually satisfying and gratifying and entertaining for the world. It is not cricket, it is cricketainment. We made it that it is for the whole family. And today the generation that we live in, the guys, the boys and the girls who are 15, 16, 17, 18, they don't know Test cricket, they don't know India cricket. All they know is IPL, and that's what they will know.
Do you think BCCI today has more muscle because of IPL?
Without doubt. And that is why everybody wants to get into it. Smita, BCCI had no cost, only money. When IPL started, IPL was 1% of BCCI revenue. Today we are 90%. Next, I'll tell you 3 years from now, we'll be 95%.
Really, because people think that IPL is losing right now in the sense that.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the future of IPL. How do you see it?
Double. Like in 3 years' time. Double.
But viewership is going down a bit, it seems.
Says who?
No?
It's going down on television. Television is a dumb box. Everything is on your vertical. It's phone. Everything is moving to OTT. And I always said it will. We are the fastest growing OTT country. We have 1 billion people who are interested in cricket. They are watching it on the go, on the fly. The data is much better. The rating information, there is no rating information on OTT right now. That needs to come out. You have Nielsen that are being on the television, and you're looking at somebody putting on a box and the signal going through it, and you don't know whether somebody is watching. Now you get real data of who's watching when. And nobody's going to watch whole match. They'll tune in, tune out. I'm globally traveling, okay?
Everybody talks to you about IPL, do they?
That's all they talk about. Everybody, that's all they talk about. They don't talk about the Modi family business. They don't talk about any other businesses of ours. And everybody just wants to talk about the IPL.
So when I was talking about BCCI, you've been in the BCCI too. Tell me, how do you see Jai Shah's contribution to BCCI right now and the ICC, the impact on the ICC?
I think his contribution has been great from what I see from the outside. Contribution is by access and by getting things done. He is the son of who he is. I'm the son of my grandfather and my father. And I got things done in my life because of my connections. He started doing that and has been able to. You know a person by the results that he delivers. He has delivered great results and has taken India into the ICC. When we ran the ICC, one second, when we ran the ICC, we had problems. We had forces against us. England, Australia, everybody, they would gang up. And so Mr. Pawar and I, when I was there, we had 4 people with us. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Today, Pakistan is gone. So now we have the rest of the world with us and the ICC. But Mr. Shah has been able to navigate that and take this forward. But he's running a declining business in ICC. Only business that works today is Indian cricket. No other board works. So when you say cricket is bigger than anything, yes, Indian cricket is bigger than anything.
You said you met with Shaukat Aziz. I'm presuming that you meet with several Pakistanis who are also obsessed about cricket.
I meet with a lot of people around the world.
So do those Pakistanis tell you that, it's become an unfair playing ground, it's not fair at all because the BCCI is running everything about cricket? Do they say this to you?
No.
And do you think it's wrong if it happens?
It isn't wrong. I don't care. And I defend it. Simple as that. 30 years ago, England ran everything.
Yeah.
50 years ago, England ran everything. 100 years ago, England ran everything. They would give you a tukda. Chota tukda phek diya. So we should have to throw a few tukdas to everybody. That's what I'm saying. I think we should be bigger than everybody else. My suggestion is, ICC का जो पैसा आता है, वो सारा औरों को दे दो. क्या करेंगे उसका? एक IPL मैच का उससे ज़्यादा पैसा आता है. जितना IPL से the money that you will make from ICC will be pittance. It used to be 50% of our revenue when I started. BCCI was another 50% of our revenue. Today, IPL is 90% of the revenue.
Yeah.
So why do we care about anybody else's revenue? And everybody else's revenue is shrinking. Today, the sports has become so wide. But when it's become wide, also lots of other sports have come in.
No, let's stick to cricket in the sense that I want to also talk about women's cricket.
Yes.
What do you have to say about what's happening with Indian women's cricket?
It is also going to go to another level. It's amazing that the Indian cricket is going to that. Women's cricket, the crowds are filling up. What IPL was 20 years ago, women cricket has reached that level already. 1,600 crores of Mr. Adani paid for an IPL team, a women's team. We only got $100 million, that's 400 crores in season 1 of IPL for the Mumbai Indians. So if you look at it, on the debut of women's cricket, it's 1,600 crores. You will see, unlike any other sporting league in the world, in any sports, that the women's cricket will become number 2 in the world and after IPL men's cricket in terms of viewership. You will see that women's cricket will also, but it'll take, I'll tell you, take another 20 years. Okay, it's taken 18 years for the IPL to reach where it is today to a $2 billion team. In women's cricket, it's just begun. But 15 years from now, women's cricket will also be worth billions of dollars each team. But it will be great for the game.
Did you think of this when...
It was always part of our plan. I was the one who introduced women to the Constitution and the BCCI.
So that's what I wanted to know. That what was your vision for women's cricket back then, and do you feel that India has come closer to
Absolutely,
that vision?
and they've achieved that. It was done. They started to achieve that in my time alone when we started having women coming and women's cricket starting out there. I remember very clearly. And now, I didn't think the IPL would be ready for it for 10, 12 years, and they've done it now. Now I'm predicting again. The next prediction of mine is that now they should allow IPL type T20 test matches. The next thing that they should bid out is for test matches to come in.
You're actually taking the cycle back.
I'm taking it forward. I'm saying that test matches on bilateral will die.
Who's going to watch?
If you are an IPL team owner, then you will be able to.
I would think you'd say five over match or 3 over match is what you're talking about now.
Like one day should die. Test should survive. Test is a very important part. Unfortunately, it will die if it's not taken over by club cricket because no viewership on global level. So it will be a loss leader. I'm not saying that everything has to make money. So you can develop players for the T20. You don't have to have profit in everything. You got to do something for the game too. So as far as the BCCI is concerned, it's a non-profit organization. So, but every other country has to make some money. If they don't make money, cricket will die. Sri Lankan cricket is dying. Pakistan is crying, there's no money. Bangladesh is crying, there's no money. If India doesn't go to New Zealand, they die. If you don't go to the West Indies, they die. If you don't go to South Africa, they die.
Do you want India and Pakistan to play again?
At the right moment. The sentiments are too raw right now. The sentiments are too raw right now. They should play over.
IPL have Pakistani players?
Not at the moment.
No?
Absolutely not. We can't guarantee the safety. That's the problem. So you want to play India, Pakistan, play it overseas at a neutral venue. You can't play it in India. I mean, rivalry in sports should always continue. And you should not make it politicized. But at the same time, you cannot, if you don't allow Pakistani fans to enter your country, and you can't have Indian fans enter their country. It's a one-sided match as far as the crowds are concerned. And why would you want to subject a team to that? Number one. So cricket is not only played on the pitch, cricket is played all around the stadium and it's played on the screens. So if you don't have the camaraderie and you today have I went to see the Champions League finals in Budapest last weekend on Saturday. Today's Monday. I was there on day for yesterday for the finals. You had 90% of the stadium was Arsenal in Budapest. 10% was PSG and PSG won. It was a great atmosphere. So the atmosphere at a match is by the spectators and the fans. So if Pakistani players, you keep bringing up this issue of Pakistani players, I'm glad you asked the question. Nobody's asked the question, shouldn't fans be allowed?
Yeah.
Simple as that. So will our fans be allowed into their country? Will their fans be allowed into our country? Will we be able to guarantee the tension not spreading? Will we be able to guarantee the safety of them? No. So will we take a chance on their safety? No. So why don't we just play it in a neutral country?
So what makes IPL what it is? Is it the players? Is it the public? Is it the game itself? Or is it the vision of the makers? What makes IPL what
IPL is bigger than anybody else now. It's not me, it's not anybody else, it's not the owners anymore. It is the fans. And it's the fans and fans alone. Players, we have the best. We don't need any foreign players in IPL anymore. We keep them because it's good, because you have a whole lot of different talents coming in. But we have the greatest talent available today. We have so many people, before IPL began, you had 20 people on the Indian bench. And they sat there for 15 years. So you could not get a seat on the Indian bench. So they were Sachin Tendulkar. Who's going to replace him? Nobody's going to have the guts to replace him. Right? So he sat there for 15 years. Today, you have a Suryavanshi who jumps up and comes out. And what a delight he is. He will be bigger than anybody on the planet Earth. He will be bigger than any Hollywood, Bollywood star. He'll be bigger than the Messis of the world if he keeps his head on his shoulder. But I say this with conviction when I see his style of batting and the fearlessness in that boy. Whoever it be, at that age to have that confidence.
The magic.
It's a magic, without doubt. It's a game changer. And that's why you look at the ratings today. I don't care where the ratings come from. They come for Suryavanshi. They came for Virat. They need a hook. Today, you don't go and watch an Aston Villa match or you go and watch another match. You watch the Arsenal match or a Man City match because that's what drives viewership. So you need a hook every time. And the hook needs to keep changing. And so, yes, we have a common hope we want to create. And that's the main king, that we come back to him.
Mr. Modi, what is the next obsession
My
that you
biggest
have?
obsession now, which I've been working on for 7 years, is chilies. And I'll tell you why. Everywhere I go, I used to carry my little pudiya of green chilies.
That's so desi.
I know, but that's what I couldn't live without going anywhere around the world and having chilies. So
You carried a pudiya of chilies with you?
everywhere, chili powder and fresh chilies. Everywhere I went for every meal. And everybody would ask me, can I have your chilies? And can I have your chilies? And so I said, why don't I develop a product? And I've started developing an olive oil based chili oil. And this company in Umbria, which supplies to 110 airlines, only does the best olive oil. And I started to develop an olive oil based chili. And I came up with 6 different flavors of chili. And it's all about addiction. At the end of the day, like all my businesses in life have been addiction. Tobacco is an addiction product of the family. Went into ESPN, very addictive. Disney was very, very addictive as a kid I was. And then cricket, and then IPL, very addictive. And so I only touch businesses which are addictive. So my next addiction is chili. I'm addicted to my chili oil. And once you try it, Smita, and you will try it tonight, you will actually find it very addictive.
What's it going to be called?
It's called LK's chili. Simple as that.
Oh, the K is there.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Lalit Kumar, Krishan Kumar, Vinay Kumar, Bhupinder Kumar, Umesh Kumar, all the Modis are Ks.
Okay. So is it going to be a desi chili? Is it Indian chili?
Naga Ghost. So I have level 1 to 6. Okay. Level 1 is for my grandson. It's that mild. It's not even 2 years old can eat it. Which is an ancho, Peruvian chili. Then there is a cayenne, which is the European chili, is number 2. Then the bird's eye, which is a very spicy Thai chili. That's the number 3 level. Then you go to habanero, which is a Mexican chili, number 4. Then you go to a Scotch bonnet, which is an African chili. It's very tasty, actually, the African chili. Okay. And then the final one is number 6, which is the Naga Ghost, Bhoot Chulka.
The Assamese one.
Yes.
So we're going to do an interview, I'm sure, where I'll ask you one question and taste one chili, and the second one.
The best way to do it, and I have it as single dose.
There's that show which is like
single dose. I have them as single dose.
No, thank you.
No, the chilies are single dose. You can carry in your pocket. You use and
People
throw.
carry truffle oil. They don't carry chili oil. What are you doing?
You'll talk to me after 2 years when it becomes an obsession of
Okay,
yours.
so is it going to be called, in the sense that are you going to market it as an Indian chili?
It started with the Naga Ghost, and then I started developing. Everybody wanted something weaker and something less, and then so we developed all the other chain. The main product and the hero product is the Naga Ghost.
Okay, so I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what is the latest on your passport saga? Which passport do you own? Where is it?
I gave up my Indian citizenship officially.
Yeah, so
the Vanuatu is the passport I have.
Yeah, and is it all legal now?
Completely legal, absolutely legal.
You don't want to go back to an Indian passport?
I would go back, but you know how it started? Simple as that. I don't understand this. My passport is 10-year passport, right? It got renewed. I got it in 2014. 2024, it comes up for renewal. I sent it to the embassy for renewal. It says pending. Pending, pending, pending. Nobody wants to take up my application for renewal. It's an automatic process. It's not something that is there. There's no case against me.
You know all the high commissioners in...
I don't call anybody. I didn't call anybody. I kept asking the system. I asked my secretary to call the system. They said pending. Sir, kya karenge? Pending hai. Huh? Then they want a report from the police. They got the police report. There is nothing outstanding against me. Again pending. So I got tired of that pending. And I just said, I got to move on. Simple as that. I can't travel if I don't have a passport.
But why not a UK passport?
I am a full resident of the United Kingdom.
But not a passport?
I have to reach a certain number of days in the eligibility criteria, but you'll get there. But there is nothing against me, so why do I have to worry about it? But my life doesn't mean I can't travel. It impends my life. It is not, passport is not about citizenship. I'm a born, bred Indian, and I'll always be. It is a document to travel as far as I'm concerned. Okay?
But you identify as an Indian?
100%. There is nothing else in me. My blood is 100%. I'm passionate about the country. I love my country. I would never do anything against my country, ever.
Cricket is clearly your agenda of your life. But other than cricket, is there anything else?
Smita, when cricket is over, IPL is over, I rest. I like to watch it. It's my baby. Now it's my time to go on vacation. I'm retired. So as far as I'm concerned, when IPL comes, I'm just passionate about it, and I wake up again, and I start looking at it.
But it's only IPL? You don't watch any other cricket?
I watch India cricket, but I don't watch any other cricket.
Why?
I watch football. I watch Formula One. I watch other tennis. I enjoy cricket. I enjoy Indian cricket.
When cricketers go around the world and if they see you in an airport or if they come to London and they see you, do they come up and meet you?
Of course they do.
No?
Of course they do. Every one of them do. Every one of them does. There's not one who doesn't. Everyone writes to me. Everybody is appreciative of opening this whole Pandora's box of them having an earning out of it. That's a gratifying feeling. So it's not about, you keep saying ownership. Who cares about the ownership? It's far bigger than the ownership. Nobody talks to all our biggest industrialists and put them on air all the time, and they have billions and billions of making. And you can't buy this at any price. So you say, why do I do it? I don't do it for the money. I do it for what it gratifies me. It's something my children can look up to, and my grandchildren can look up to. It's Nana on the television or being interviewed out here. He created this. All of them say that. They tell their children, look what he's created. But the number of messages people come up to me and say, look, our children are so happy. Can you get our children into this? I think I have no role to play, but so thank you so much. I give speeches at Eton. I'm going and giving speeches at colleges. People are asking me, not because of Lalit Modi making something out of it. It's because I created a model which nobody could think about and could do. And because, and I'd say it very confidently, you may call it narcissistic or you may call it what you want. If I hadn't been in every one of my businesses my father put me, I would not have the idea to put together and string together the IPL. IPL is a format that like none other and has never been done before. And I pulled things out of the realm to make it. And I made it foolproof. And I say it very clearly, foolproof from a Murdoch, foolproof from anybody becoming. And so it's foolproof from a monopoly like it happened with Jio and ESPN Star right now. It is foolproof. They will not have monopoly next season and when the next bids go out. There will be somebody to break it. If people think the price will go down, I would say right now, I'm a bidder at double the price. At 5.6?
You can't bid.
Says who? Why? Why
They kept you out of IPL and said you can out for a lifetime through another person. You're talking about
not another person. No shadow. I kept me out of IPL. Doesn't mean I can't be a broadcaster, television owner.
Oh, okay.
I can have a third page come tomorrow morning. Why can't I bid? I can't afford it myself.
You know that the Constitution, they will throw it at you, the book at you.
Listen, there are ways I can advise people to do it. It's not about that. I'm just saying there are ways. It's not personally owning it. It's when I say own it, I will advise somebody what to do with it. And there will be big funds, American funds, who will want it. Okay? When they see the value in it, why would anybody leave the value on the table is what I meant.
It's too big, right now?
And it will become bigger. It can't be owned by one person.
Correct. Yes.
That's what I'm simply.
Okay, you've also hinted at a biopic. Is there a biopic in the making?
There is.
There is.
It's all being scripted right now. It's a lot of. I've already sat in hundreds of hours of interviews with script writers, and so I have a whole team under Sneha Rajani, who used to run Sony and Aloka, who are looking after my interests. But we are just scripting the story now.
Okay, who do you want to play?
Ranveer wants to play me. He came and saw me. I would like him to play, but if he has the time now, he becomes so big.
He's played Kapil Dev already.
I know, but he came to. They asked him. I didn't know Ranveer. I knew Deepika very well. I never met Ranveer. One day I get a call. Ranveer wants to see you, and he comes to London to see me. A few years ago, 2 years ago, and it all happened. That he said his life. If there was one role he wanted to play, it would be Lalit Modi as commissioner. That's how that role came up. It wasn't me asking him. Of course, I think he's great. Without doubt, he's amazing. And what he has done with Dhurandhar is amazing. Whether he still wants to play me or not, but 2 years ago, we sat here right in this house, right here, and we talked about him playing. And we were going to take it forward. But we are now scripting it. I just said the time is not right. As and when the time is right, let me get the script together. It's a lot of work. It's going to be a big production because IPL was created by me going around the world to create it. And how we did it. The IPL story is not only in India, it's a global story, and it's a business story, and it's a humanity story as far as I'm
Mr.
concerned.
Modi, you are exuberant like you were when you started with IPL. You're the same person even now. Any regrets in life that
None.
you have?
Never
Not
had.
regarding just IPL, but regarding your family, regarding not being able to go back to India?
I had regrets, not anymore. I'm just content that my grandson is amazing, everything. I want to see him all the time. And so for me, and I'm going to have another one. So to me, that it's more gratifying, and I never knew what the experience was like. He's only 2 years old. And when he comes, the whole house changes. Everything else changes. Everybody else is second. My daughter goes second, my son goes second, and he becomes the prize out there. And that's what it's all about for me now. I'm 63 years old. It's time to move on. So when somebody says, come back and do what? I have a beautiful life. Why would I come back and do what?
Would you not want to come back and meet with your mother, your brothers?
My brother comes and sees me here. My mother doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk.
That relationship never got mended?
No. We tried to mend it. I ran into her in Formula One in Abu Dhabi, which I haven't told anybody, in December 9th last year, just 4 months ago. She was shocked to see me. I hadn't seen her for 8-9 years. I went up to her, kissed her, and I touched her feet. I said, how's everything? And she met Rima. And she says, it was a complete shock. I said, why don't you come out for dinner with me tonight? I took her out for dinner, and we talked about it to mend things. And she said, and she told Rima, I hope I'm going to take, Rima, I'm going to hold you responsible that he doesn't change his mind, that he will do the deal. But then she backed out for some reason or the other. But that's up to her. Time is on my side. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. My children are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
and your sister?
I haven't seen her for a long time.
Yeah.
I saw her daughter, but I haven't seen her for a long time.
But being the eldest...
No, I'm not the eldest. My sister's the eldest.
Your sister is eldest.
She's a year older than I am.
Do you feel any responsibility of building ties with the rest of your family?
I have the best ties of the entire Modi family. Modi family is a large family.
Your uncles and
I see them all the time. I see my brother all the time. I see all the children all the time. My mother doesn't get along with my family, with the whole Modi family, for some reason or the other, which has its own problems.
Complicated.
That will come out of the TV.
All families are complicated.
No, ours is worse than Dynasty and Dallas put together. And that TV series is coming out. I am in the works of making it. The Modi family TV series. There's a whole Netflix type of show. It's not on Netflix. We haven't decided who we're going to give it to. But it's the saga of the Modi family. We are quite a scandalous family.